Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
Ask anyone you know, they will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
It's Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Welcome to the Central Iowa Sports Network's live coverage of the 2017 Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament from downtown Des Moines. It's 40 teams from the smallest towns to the biggest cities competing for 5 titles. CISN's coverage of the 2017 state tournament is brought to you by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena for the play-by-play.
Good morning and welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. Dar Danielson with you here on CISN.TV. Joining me is Andrew Banstra as we get ready for our second Class 1A quarterfinal, our second ball game of the day. In the opening game of the morning, Springville down Burlington Notre Dame 56-16. And Andrew, these two teams here, a little bit different pass. Kingsley-Pierson won on some last-second free throws to get here. And for Marquette Catholic, it's their first trip to state since 2013. So a couple of these two teams both, looking to make some new ground here after it looked like Kingsley-Pierson might be out of it, but they get a trip to state. So there's always nerves no matter how it happens that you get here, isn't there?
That's exactly right. Kingsley-Pierson, they had to beat Newell Fonda, the number 4 ranked team in the state. That's up in my neck of the woods, by Buena Vista, and that's a great team.
A perennial power, in basketball,
That's right. That's a great Newell Fonda team, and they had to have Bree Jensen, the transfer who just came to Kingsley-Pierson this year, come in on a controversial foul, make those last 2 free throws, and that's how they made it to state. So that's a crazy finish.
And the Kingsley-Pierson players are over here waiting to come on the court, and they're standing there and say, "You guys nervous?" They say, "Yeah, we're nervous." But I said, "Hey, that's normal. I'm nervous before games." And so you have 21-3 Marquette Catholic Mohawks, and the 23-1 Kingsley-Pierson Panthers are rated number 7, and Marquette rated number 6 coming into this. In the regional tournament, we talked about Kingsley-Pierson beats Newell Fonda by 1. They beat Remsen St. Mary's and River Valley. For Marquette, they beat Linville-Sully by 7 to get here. They beat Belle Plaine and Central City in the regional tournament to get here to this level here today. And we'll take a look at the bracket here. You see Springville, they moved on in a convincing fashion there, took control of that game in the second quarter. And so the defending champs have made a statement in their opening matchup here.
That was a great game. You really saw Springville come out and just absolutely dominate. They're the team, they kind of have a chip on their shoulder. They lost by 1 in the game in the state championship last year. They were the runner-up, so coming in with a chip on their shoulder, and that was a great game from Springville. Very dominant team there.
So it's Marquette Catholic here taking on Kingsley-Pierson, just a few minutes away from the opening lineups or starting lineups, and this is where you're coming out on the court and you're taking your shots, kind of get used to this open background here at Wells Fargo. And for shooters, that's a little bit different. Even if you played down here before, you don't play in an arena this size very often during the season, especially the smaller class schools.
Exactly. You're coming from a 1A school and you barely have room behind your baskets and just small bleachers. This seats about 10,000 people. You're seating about 300 maybe at a 1A school, so this is a very, very different setup. And you're right, it's this warm-up is extremely important because it's getting used to the feel of this atmosphere.
So 1A today, we have this game, and then coming up at 1:30, Turkey Valley and Janesville. Then 3:15, Exira Elkhorn Kimballton will take on Sydney to wrap up the 1A matchups, and then we move to the 2A tournament with a 5 o'clock game, Iowa City, Regina, Logan Magnolia. Then it's Western Christian, North Lynn, Trainer and Van Meter, Central Decatur, and Cascade. So we're wrapping things up here, getting ready to go to our PA announcer. Joe Hammond will be giving us the starting lineups for today's game. And coming into this, you look at it, one score for Marquette with averaging in double figures and 3 for Kingsley-Pierson. So it looks like a little bit better spread in the scoring there.
And this is a Kingsley-Pierson team that scores a whole lot of points. They scored 71 or more points in all 3 regional games. They average over 71 points on the season. And this is a Marquette Catholic team that averages 57 points per game. So Kingsley-Pierson can really, really score the ball. Not to mention they're incredible at the free throw line, shooting just around over 70% from the free throw line. That's a very, very good shooting team.
So we're just about ready here to go to the PA announcer for the starting lineups. And there's the horn, and
The Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Kingsley-Pierson and Marquette Catholic throughout the season and during this state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents the school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the Girls Athletic Union will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Kingsley-Pierson, Brian and Marcel Hobbs. And from Marquette Catholic, Junior Steins. Hello, everyone, and are you ready for Iowa High School Girls 2017 State Tournament action? The winner of today's Class 1A quarterfinal game will advance to play Springville in the Class 1A semifinal game on Thursday, March 2nd at 10 a.m. First of all, say hello to head coach Nicole Goodwin and the Kingsley-Pierson Panthers. Now say hello to head coach Jim Kettman and the Marquette Catholic Mohawks. Let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches from each team, beginning with the Kingsley-Pierson Panthers. Number 11, Jenna Schmid. Number 13, Cameron Dunn. Number 23, Faith Segerman. Number 31, Madison Worth. And number 33, Jade Bardo. The assistant coach for Kingsley-Pierson is Jenny Spooner. And now, let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the Marquette Catholic Mohawks. Number 10, Paige Lampy. Number 14, Alyssa Kramer. Number 20, Macy Kramer. Number 30, Amanda Coos. Number 32, Lizzie Parker. Number 34, Ashley Coos. Number 40, Alexis Plussel. Number 42, McKenna Hinchin. Number 52, Madison Anderson. And number 54, Tori Mickle. The assistant coaches for Marquette Catholic are Steve Schrader and Courtney Keeter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for today's starting lineups? For Kingsley-Pierson, number 15, Brady Harvey. And for Marquette Catholic, number 12, Taylor Banowitz. For Kingsley-Pierson, number 21, Bree Jensen. And for Marquette Catholic, number 22, Annika Frank. For Kingsley-Pierson, number 25, Madison Goodwin. And for Marquette Catholic, number 24, Marissa Schrader. For Kingsley-Pierson, number 43, Allison Bailey. And for Marquette Catholic, number 44, McKenna Mickles. For Kingsley-Pierson, number 53, Addison Hirschman. And for Marquette Catholic, number 50, Tiana Richmond. The head coach for Kingsley-Pierson is Nicole Goodwin, and the head coach for Marquette Catholic is Jim Kettman.
Starting lineups brought to you by Fairway Food Stores.
Are Todd Thompson, Kurt Walderbach, and Ben Hauge. Welcome Kingsley-Pierson and Marquette Catholic to the 2017 Iowa Girls State Tournament.
Today's starting lineups brought to you by Fairway Food Stores. Always shop Fairway's full-service meat counter for the best USDA choice beef, all-natural pork, and chicken. And Andrew, we got a first-year coach here for Kingsley-Pierson and a 20-year coach here for Marquette Catholic. So interesting there as you see the different coaching, and obviously both of them know what they're doing because they got their teams here to stay, huh?
That's right, and something interesting for Marquette Catholic. This year they've changed their program. Traditionally they've run zone. This year they switched to man-to-man. It got them to state, so it seems to be working as to this point.
So about ready to get it underway here. And there's the tip, pulled down, controlled, and it's over and back as Kingsley-Pierson got it on this side and then dribbled. And you have that sometimes on your alternate possession where you get the jump and you're fighting in there, and she dribbled across. And here Bellevue Marquette then will start it off with the ball after the turnover to start it out here. On the right wing, Mickles with it, dribbles in. Bounce passes out. Around the horn they go, looking to the far side to get it back over to Mickles, and it's knocked away. Mickles will inbound it. Gets it in down on the baseline. Jumper is up and good. Marissa Schrader, so good look on the inbound play there. Back the other way, Kingsley-Pierson up for three, off no good. Rebound battled for and pulled down inside by Tiona Richmond for Bellevue Marquette. Quickly up the other way.
And for Bellevue Marquette, this is the start they needed, scoring a lot because this Panthers team scores a whole lot.
Offensive foul going back the other way. Hirschman drives in and draws the foul. And it's the first foul of the game, her first personal, obviously. And now we'll see a little full court pressure here, Andrew.
And, this is a Kingsley-Pierson team, scores 70 points a game. So, like I said, for Marquette Catholic, you need this right now. Score a lot of points right away.
Classic press breaker there. They get it up the floor. Over on the left side with it. And up and good. Schrader misses that one. Putback is up and good by Richmond. So 6-0 lead here to start it out for Bellevue Marquette in the early going.
And you see the nerves here. Tried to pass it. Missed it on the pass right there. That was McKenna Hinkton. Excuse me, not McKenna Hinkton. That was Allison Bailey missing that pass.
Timeout
here.
called. We'll take a break and be back with more basketball after this.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with Amerigroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with Amerigroup too.
Choose Amerigroup. Call 1-800-338.
Here at the 1A quarterfinal, it's Bellevue Marquette out to an early 6-0 lead here over Kingsley-Pierson. They got the ball inside. Pull up is good by Marissa Schrader. She's got 6 of their 8 points here to start the ball game. And Kingsley-Pierson here, Andrew, come down, work the offense, maybe get a bucket, see it get through the hole, huh?
Yep, you need a good look here if you're Kingsley-Pierson. Don't rush a shot.
There's a long 3, air ball, but the rebound underneath by Harvey. Throws it up top. Jensen drives the lane, shoves it up there off, no good. Rebound comes off again, and up and missed is Allison Bailey. And here comes Bellevue Marquette back the other way, leading 8-0 to start this ball game. Bounce pass over to Frank. Now around the horn they go, back to the left side. Skip pass across the top to Frank. Pull up jumper, off the glass and good. Annika Frank gives them a 10-0 lead here to start the ball game. Here's Kingsley-Pierson. Free throw, now the pass underneath. A good look down low to Bree Jensen.
And that was a big, big bucket for Kingsley-Pierson. Needed that in the worst way.
Oh, they get their first bucket about 3 minutes in. Tapped away out front, but she's not going to be able to run it down. Got tangled up there. The crowd behind us wanted to foul on that, but I think they just got tangled up on the steal, didn't she?
Yeah, I think they did. It's kind of like in football. Sometimes the receiver and the cornerback get tangled up, no call.
So here's Bellevue Marquette. They get it inside, knocked away, and taken away. Back up the floor. Jumper's up and good by Hirschman. So 4 straight points now here for Kingsley-Pierson, and they've got it down to a 10-6 ball, or 10-4 ball game rather, a 6-point lead. Bellevue Marquette bounce pass inside, cutting through the lane, and it's going to stay with Bellevue Marquette. They were looking for Tiona Richmond there.
And that was great defense there by Hirschman. Good job staying in the lane, not following the player outside, trying to stay in the lane. Great defense down low by Hirschman.
Drive in, turn, spin, up and off the glass. Was that Schrader?
That was Schrader.
Schrader hit it, yep. And that ends a 4-0 run by Kingsley-Pierson. They're with the ball in the black uniforms here. Driving in, kick it outside for 3. Good for 3. Bree Jensen.
That was a deep 3 there, just about the NBA 3 there.
And back the other way, Bellevue Marquette. 5-point ball game as Kingsley-Pierson has finally got the offense clicking. Michaels has it on the far side. Mickelson knocked out, and it'll go stay with Marquette here. Baseline, back, give and go, and block inside by Hirschman. Using all of her size on that one.
Great job staying straight up there by Hirschman as well.
Now stolen back the other way. Bellevue Marquette 3-on-2 break. Gets it up ahead. A little too long, though. And it's going to go out of bounds. Looking for Annika Frank. And well out of control in the break.
Yeah, and just about collided into the reporters. Not quite used to having that here in these 1A schools.
Here comes Brandy Harvey with it for Kingsley-Pierson. They trail 12-7. There's a drive in, up and good by Allison Bailey. That makes it a 3-point ball game here as Kingsley-Pierson has come back from a 10-0 deficit in the early going of this one. Drive on the baseline. Triple team. Throws it out of there somehow for 3. No good. Rebound put back up and go. No good. Grabs the rebound back up again. No good. And then a foul. So 3 shots by underneath the bucket by Goodwin. And they're going to call it a held ball, not a foul.
And if you're Hirschman, you really need the better positioning on that one. She was behind her opponent there. She needs to get inside. With her size, she can get those rebounds if she gets better positioning.
So they had some point-blank shots by Schrader in there. Now Schrader with the ball. Dribbles over, jump stop, puts it up. No good. And the rebound comes off to Pearson. Kingsley-Pierson up, shot is up and no good by Hirschman, and back the other way. Trying to get it inside, and Schrader battling there, and she gets fouled, I think, by Bartow. We'll see. The call is. No, they're calling him Bree Jensen. Her second team foul. And free throw.
And on the season, Schrader, a 73% shooter from the free throw line.
And that's her 9th point here. And make it 10 points for her here in the first half. Schrader. And the 14-9 lead. Jumper from the free throw line is good by Hirschman. That's 4 points for her. And back to a 3-point lead. That's as close as they've been here since that 10-0 run.
And if you're Kingsley-Pierson, you should be happy that you were able to cut that deficit. That was a huge lead there to start the game by Bellevue.
Faking a drive. Bucket is good, and the foul.
What a great move there. Great players can lead with their body and follow with the ball to draw the contact there. Great body control to get the and one there.
Ashley Coos with it. And who'd they call a foul on?
I didn't quite catch the number on that one.
Okay, Coos misses the foul. And here comes Kingsley-Pierson back the other way. Stolen away. And a foul, a blocking foul out front as Schrader tried to push the break.
And this is a Kingsley-Pierson team that does a great job protecting the ball, a positive turnover to assist ratio on the season. As of now, they've turned over the ball a whole lot, and this Marquette team has been stealing it very well.
Madison Worth in for for Kingsley-Pierson. Madison Worth in there. On the right side with it. Across the top, knocked away. And they got the run out, but couldn't get the pass there. It's good recovery by Bellevue Marquette. Now baseline, pull up, blocked.
What a play there. That was a beautiful block on that one by Allison Bailey.
Well, here comes Kingsley-Pierson. Trailing here by 5. Up high with it is Worth. Now over the left wing, Bailey tries to get it in there. It's knocked away. And here comes Bellevue Marquette. Coming up on a minute to play here in the first quarter. Down the lane, no good. Rebound comes off to Kingsley-Pierson. Lob it over. And a foul called. Oh, a travel call, I guess, on Allison Bailey.
And thus far for Kingsley-Pierson, every time they go down, they're trying to draw contact and try to draw fouls instead of finding better shots. This is a team that can really shoot the ball well. I think they need to start finding better shots rather than trying to force the fouls.
Yeah, work that offense and get that offense going here.
So here we go, 46 seconds to play. Bellevue Marquette with the ball and the 5-point lead. Out on the wing. Across the top inside, free throw line jumper off, no good. Rebound inside, now bounces a baseline, back up, blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds. There, off the miss by Tori Mickle.
And another great block shot there by Allison Bailey, really showing that she can make the most of her work down low. Very, very strong presence down low is Allison Bailey.
So here comes Kingsley-Pierson, 25 seconds to play. We'll see what they do. Nice cut underneath. They kick it back outside for a three. Air ball and taken over there by Schrader for Bellevue Marquette. So they get a chance here to get one before the buzzer. Looking for Schrader inside. She says no, go take it over the other side. Now knocked away, taken away, stolen away. Here we go on the break, back the other way. Up and at the buzzer, a foul. Tried to scoop it up there and in. Bree Jensen, but she gets fouled.
And it looks like they're going to say it was just before the buzzer. They're going to send her to the line for two.
Annika Frank. Her first team foul. And she'll go to the line and pops it through. Bree Jensen.
Frank on the season, a 58% free throw shooter.
That's 6 points for her. And gets the bounce and the good rim there. And that'll make it a 16-13 game after one quarter. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter after this.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Back here to action, 16-13. Bellevue Marquette leading Kingsley-Pierson. Kingsley-Pierson will start with the ball. They're in the black. Here. We had a good back and forth ball game. Dar Danielson, Andrew Banstra on CISN.TV. It's a quarterfinal round, the second game of the day. Almost knocked away. There's a three. Good! Hirschman hits the three. She's got 7 points on the day. And a big bucket ties it up. First tie of the day. And here comes Kingsley-Pierson. Andrew, you know there are going to be runs in the game. Kingsley-Pierson survived the early one and now made a move back here as that's knocked out of bounds. They survived falling down 10-0, and you know in basketball there's going to be those runs. They survived that early run, and now it seems like the momentum's shifting a little bit toward them here.
And it really shows that Kingsley-Pierson can really withstand that type of thing. That's really hard, especially in a state tournament game.
Pressure, they break the pressure, goes up, blocked away on the other end there, Allison Bailey. So Banowitz coming in and blocked her. And over to the wing, back up top, knocked away, and Bailey just about stole that away. Or excuse me, Banowitz just about stole that away. So seeing a little bit of defensive action played here too.
Yeah, it's really been a great game on both sides, and Kingsley-Pierson coming back in this game, see if they can keep it up.
And taken away, here comes Bellevue Marquette. Oh, a little too much on the pass up ahead there. Was looking for Ashley Coos, but a little too much. So they've had a couple break opportunities, Bellevue Marquette, and unable to cash in on those.
And they turn over the ball a lot. They have 180, and they have 180 more turnovers than assists this season. They need to protect the ball better.
Bailey with it up high for Kingsley-Pierson, gets it to Hirschman. Hirschman looks inside, down on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes off to Bellevue Marquette. They try to throw it up the floor. There's a battle for it. No harm, no foul. Under the basket, they find Schrader wide open. And she's now got 12 points. And that breaks the tie and gives Bellevue Marquette the lead back, 18-16. Kingsley-Pierson with the ball. Left wing, here's a three. Good! Rattles down and good. Hirschman's second three.
Hirschman is a 30% free throw shooter on the year. She's really knocking them down tonight, and they need her to.
That gives them their first lead of the game at a 1-point lead. Back up high for Bellevue Marquette. They're looking for Schrader in their lob. Hirschman steps over the top, knocks it away. Scramble for it as Bellevue Marquette will get it in the backcourt. Looking for Schrader again, and there's a foul. That time, Bailey anticipated that, but a little too much. Today's ball game brought to you by Mid-American. Mid-American Energy. Putting the power in your hands means keeping families safe. To learn more, visit MidAmericanEnergy.com. Also brought to you by Fairway. Always shop Fairway's full-service meat counter for the best USDA choice beef, all-natural pork and chicken. To learn more, visit Fairway.com. Here comes Bellevue Marquette with it. Down the lane, Schrader, runner, no good. And save back to Schrader, up off the glass and good. Well, don't give her a second chance, huh?
Nope. Schrader is really deadly from inside. You're right. Second chance points are going to kill Kingsley-Pierson tonight.
That makes it a 20-19 ball game. Back to a 1-point lead for Bellevue Marquette. There's a long three that goes out of bounds by Bree Jensen. Missed the basket there. You sometimes get caught up when the red line is the D-League line and the other one is high school line. I think sometimes, Andrew, they get a little confused by that as here comes Bellevue Marquette, turns it over again. You talked about that. A lot of turnovers. You just need to settle down a little bit, huh?
That's right. You know, they turn over the ball at an exceptionally high rate. This Kingsley-Pierson team, like we mentioned, has a positive turnover to assist ratio. I think that could be the X factor in this game.
Hirschman will put up the three. No good. Gets her own rebound. Down the lane, runner good. Addison Hirschman. She's got 12 points and gives Bellevue Marquette the lead back again. High pass thrown away. It'll go back to Kingsley-Pierson.
And great job on that last one. Hirschman getting her own rebound. She's 12th in 1A in offensive rebounds. Great job there getting her own rebound and putting it back up for two.
Kingsley-Pierson's outscored them 8-4 here in the second quarter and lead by 1. That's their biggest lead of the day so far here. Good one. Crossed back over to Bree Jensen. Drives, gets it up and good. Bree Jensen on the drive. She's got 9 and extends that lead to 3. Oh, breakaway down the other way. Up and good. Tiona Richmond to end a little bit of a run there by Kingsley-Pierson. 23-22. Kingsley-Pierson leading with the ball. Hirschman lobs it inside. Jumper hangs on the rim and falls there for Jade Bardo. And back up to a 3-point lead. Down the lane. And she gets called for the offensive foul as she passed it out with Schrader, but continued on through into the defender. So
and that's a tough one, you know, if you're going to get those offensive fouls, especially now that Kingsley-Pierson's gotten the lead. Great job there to set up for that charge.
And everybody was collapsing on her, and the smart thing to kick it back out, but just a little too much momentum looked like. And she draws the foul. Hirschman out deep with that. Comes back over the top for 3. No good. Off the miss there by Madison Goodwin for Kingsley-Pierson. It'll go back to Bellevue Marquette. Full court pressure again here by Kingsley-Pierson. So far they haven't had a lot of trouble breaking it. A few turnovers, but now they break it all the way down and back outside. They get it to Schrader. Now down the lane, runner and a foul is called as she came down the lane. Going to call that a Hirschman. Her second 16 foul.
And Hirschman right away at the very start of the game had that foul. That could be bad if she gets in foul trouble here. for Hirschman. She's a D1 commit, only a junior, 6'2", committed to South Dakota State.
Nichols misses the free throw. She'll get one more here. Looking to get in the scorebook. Bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound to Hirschman. Here comes Kingsley-Pierson quickly up the floor. Harvey dribbles across the top. Looking, stop and go. Now we'll pull it back out. Looking for Hirschman, knocked out there, and she'll run it down. Now lobs inside, back to Harvey, up and good. How did she sneak that into the basket?
Great passer for a 6'2" center is Hirschman. Great all-around player.
27-22, a 5-point lead, the biggest of the game here for Kingsley-Pierson. Bucket three is good.
And what a big shot that was, getting back in the game there.
For Nichols. And up and a foul is called. Nichols gets the three and then on the other end gets the foul. Third team foul.
And Kingsley-Pierson hasn't been to the line that much tonight. They want to get to the line as much as possible. Second in 1A in free throw percentage. Coming in, shooting just around 70% as a team. Great all-around team from the line, Kingsley-Pierson.
Jade Bardo hit that first one. She'll get another one here. And gets the kiss off the front of the rim and in. And cuts the lead to 29-25. Bellevue Marquette with the ball. I shouldn't say cut the lead. She extended the lead there. And now they get it back as Bellevue Marquette had a chance to cut the lead, and Kingsley-Pierson gets it back, leading by 4. With coming up on 2 minutes to play, first half. Hirschman drives in, kicks it to the left wing. Now they'll try to go across the top. They do. Back into Hirschman. Turns against defenders. Oh, quick pass under there. Man, that pass is so close it caught Allison Bailey unaware, but to her credit, she handled it and drew the foul.
And you really love to see Hirschman passing it the way that she is tonight. She could score all the time if she wanted to because she's just that deadly of a scorer, shooting 56% from the field on the year, but she's passing it to her teammates, and I think that has been the game changer.
Here's Bailey with the free throw. Hits it. Almost one too many passes that time. It ended up okay for him, but Hirschman almost lost it because it came through there so quick and wasn't expecting it. Here's the second one.
And you're not going to see Bailey miss from the line very often, 83% free throw shooter.
6-point lead for Kingsley-Pierson. Bellevue Marquette with the ball. Trapped her up here right in front of us, and a timeout called. The coach sees that quickly and calls the timeout. So we'll take a quick break here and be back right after this. Back here at courtside Wells Fargo Arena on CISN.TV. We got 1:43 to go. Bellevue Marquette trailing by 6 with the ball. There's a jumper, there's a three, no good. Rebound. Jump ball, they're going to call tied up. Arrow pointing to Bellevue Marquette. Dar Danielson, Andrew Banstra here. Today's ballgame brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. As Bellevue Marquette will inbound on their own bucket. They set up with the box on the free throw line. Looking. Now finally lob it out deep to the safety out there. Now inside to Schrader. Nice move, turns back in. Doesn't get the bucket, gets a foul. Classic post move in there, huh?
That's exactly right. She has great footwork down low, does Schrader, and I think that speaks to why she's one of the best scorers in all of 1A. Comes in 4th in points per game in 1A basketball.
And that makes point number 15 right there. And make it point number 16 for Schrader. And Kingsley-Pierson with the lead here. I missed that. What is it called there?
I'm not quite sure. It
was a turnover to Bellevue Marquette, whatever. I didn't quite see what the signal was. Here's a quick, the other way, under the basket, wide open, is Tiona Richmond.
And great ball movement there by Marquette to cut it down to 2.
29-31 here, under a minute to play now. We'll see what Kingsley-Pierson does. Outside, looking for Hirschman, inside, knocked away. Good hands in there by Amanda Coos. And now stolen back away the other way. Bounce pass. Oh, she tried to go across the lane, but right through the defender. That does not work. Schrader down between the defenders, and they're going to say no basket. They're going to call the foul on the floor. As Schrader, that long length, and she moves pretty quick when she gets the ball in the lane, doesn't she?
She really does, and she tried to just split the defense there. Great job, and you're right, she's so lengthy that she can just step almost from the free throw line without traveling to get to the bucket.
Well, that was on the floor as she gets the free throw. That's the 17th point for Schrader.
Average is 21 on the year, so she's just about there, and it's not even halftime
And
yet.
she ties it up. 31 all here with that free throw. 32 seconds and counting here in the first half. Brady Harvey gets it to Hirschman, and she pops it. And Hirschman having a 10-point second quarter here, and a double dribble call. The pressure forces the turnover up front. So here's a chance for Kingsley-Pierson to build on this 3-point lead here with the final shot.
And you talked about it. There's been runs this whole game, and this would be a great run to finish this half on.
Inside to Hirschman, turn around, right-hander just lobs it up into the bucket, and good. 10 seconds. Quickly down, and she's going to get a shot off. She drives, still going to Schrader. Guts up, no good at the buzzer. Schrader had a good look at that, man.
She really did. If you're going to try to almost tie the game up, cut it down to 2, that's a great look for it. Didn't quite get the positioning there.
So it's 35-31, Kingsley-Pierson here at the half, and let's take a break, and we'll come back and run down the first half scoring right after this.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers, and we care.
And we care.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with AmeriGroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with AmeriGroup too.
Choose AmeriGroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena. Dar Danielson with you as girls state basketball action. Game number 2, the quarterfinal here. Kingsley-Pierson and Bellevue Marquette. Kingsley-Pierson leading at the half, 35-31. Dar Danielson with Andrew Banstra, and Bellevue Marquette pulled out that 10-0 lead, but as we talked about it, Kingsley-Pierson, Andrew, didn't panic, and they came right back and kind of got their offense going in the second quarter.
They did a great job, especially in this atmosphere. We talked about how hard it can be to be in this arena and to try to keep your nerves, and they did a great job coming down, and all of a sudden they're down 10-0. They're able to come back and go into halftime with the lead.
So let's take a quick look here. We'll get the official stats coming up, but in my chicken scratch here, we'll look at it. 16 points for Addison Hirschman in the first half for Kingsley-Pierson, including 2 threes. 9 points for Bree Jensen, 4 each for Allison Bailey, Jade Bardo, and then 2 for Brady Harvey. Marissa Schrader started out 10 points in the first quarter for Bellevue Marquette, 8 in the second for 18. 6 for Tiona Richmond, 3 for McKenna Mickles, 2 for Annika Frank, and 2 for Ashley Coos. So really both teams fairly balanced. You have the big scorer up top, but then the other one's kind of filling in a little bit there.
That's exactly right. It's pretty much the exact same. And really for Kingsley-Pierson, they came in leading in just about every category in comparison to Marquette Catholic. And if Marquette Catholic wanted any chance to win this game, it was going to come down to Marissa Schrader, and she's done an incredible job thus far. 4th in 1A in points per game, 11th in defensive rebounds. She's really stepped up tonight for Marquette Catholic and the Mohawks.
You're seeing their in-stadium camera here, the halftime show. Let's see, I had 3 threes for Kingsley-Pierson and just 1 3 for Bellevue Marquette, but they've been going into that post. Marissa Schrader has been good in the post, and then she's also, when she gets it up high, she can drive it and take the ball to the hoop, can't she?
That's exactly right, and she also has a pretty nice mid-range game. She can kind of extend it about to free throw length. She's done a very good job shooting the ball, and just like Hirschman, we talked about it a little bit, she has great footwork down low. Very, very impressive all-around ball player.
So we're at halftime of this one. The winner will move on to play Thursday against Springville, which opened up with a big game, 56-16 win over Burlington Notre Dame to open up the tourney here today as we're getting our stats here, the official stats. And then you look at it, Kingsley-Pierson, 54% field goal percentage and 44.4, not bad in the first half for Marquette Catholic, but let's see, they had, in fact, they had 2 more shots than Kingsley-Pierson, so a little bit better shooting percentage there for Kingsley-Pierson in that first half.
And a whole lot of turnovers as well for both teams. 13 turnovers for Kingsley-Pierson, and this is a team that really takes great care of the ball in Kingsley-Pierson. Didn't expect them to turn over the ball too much. 13 turnovers for them, all in the first half. That's a quick start, and that's really what Marquette Catholic needed.
Kingsley-Pierson, 3 of 9 for 33.3% from the three-point range for Bellevue Marquette Catholic, 1 of 4 from three-point range. And free throws, 6 of 9 for Marquette Catholic, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line for Kingsley-Pierson. If it comes down to a tight game, that would be a key factor for them if you keep hitting those free throws. And
we mentioned it, that's how they got into the state tournament. They hit those really clutch free throws against Newell Fonda.
So anything else in those stats that stands out to you? You talked about the turnovers. Let's see, rebounds there. What do we got? 14-13. So the rebounding edge is pretty close there between the two teams.
I think what also is a big factor is the blocks. 3 blocks already for Allison Bailey. Allison Bailey's a really big presence down low. She's the 4. She's kind of the power forward for the team, but already 3 blocks, and Marquette Catholic has 0 blocks as a team. I think that is an underrated stat. Pretty big there thus far for Allison Bailey.
All right, we're at halftime of this ball game. Let's do this. Let's take another break. We'll do that. We'll come back and wrap up our halftime and get started with the second half here. You're watching CISN.TV's coverage of the girls' state basketball tournament from Des Moines.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Honesty, integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com. Honest.
And there's Wells Fargo Arena outside. A beautiful day for basketball and warm out there and warm at times in here on the court. You're watching CISN.TV, our live coverage of the Girls State Basketball Tournament 2017. Hi, I'm Dar Danielson. Andrew Banstra to my left here. And this is a game that we talked about at runs. Bellevue Marquette pulled out 10-0, their biggest lead of the game. Kingsley-Pierson came back and tied it. And then they led by, I think, 6 was their biggest lead here of the game. And at halftime, leading by 4, 35-31. So let's go in the locker room. What did each coach tell their team here, Andrew, at the half?
I think if you're Kingsley-Pierson, you tell them to just take a little bit better care of the ball, but really I think you're happy if you're the coach of Nicole Goodman after that 10-0 lead. After that 10-0 lead, they're winning this game by a score of 35-21, taking out that 10 points at the start for Marquette Catholic. Great job getting back in the game, and I think if you're Marquette Catholic, you're really happy with how this game's gone. You score 14 less points per game, and you're right in this game with Kingsley-Pierson. Great job thus far by both teams.
So the starters, Brady Harvey, Bree Jensen, Madison Goodwin, Allison Bailey, Addison Hirschman for Kingsley-Pierson. They're in black. They start with the ball against Taylor Banowitz, Annika Frank, Marissa Schrader, McKenna Nichols, and Tiona Richmond, and knocked out of bounds underneath here to start the second quarter. The winner advances to play Springville on Thursday at 10 a.m. And pass it outside. Now kick it out to Hirschman. She looked at the 3 and shuffled the feet and then stepped back. So she was looking at that, kind of get the defender off and trying to get some space, but just shuffled the feet there, Andrew.
And even so, I think that really displays how great her footwork is. If you're a 6'2 junior and you're the 5, you can step back.
Yeah, and you can do that step back move at the 3-point line when you're that, usually you're that tall in high school girls, you play with your back to the basket and wait for them to lob it into you. Here's a lob inside to Schrader, up and good. She gets him on the board to start the second half. And cuts the lead down to 2. Kingsley-Pierson quick under the basket, and up short is Bailey with the shot. And here comes Bellevue Marquette, a chance to tie it up this trip down the floor. Trapped up top right in front of us here, knocked around but picked up. Down the lane, they kick it outside. Back to top, and a foul called. As Banowitz had it, and that's going to go Bree Jensen. First team foul. I'm still getting used to, we talked about this, where the officials use 2 fingers to, they used to use one hand and like 2-1 if it was 21. Now they 2-1 and you got to figure, no, it's not 3, it's 21. Here's a drive, and Schrader leaves it short, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and good. Schrader gets the first 4 points here to start the second half, and we're tied. Here at the start the second half, 35 all. Kingsley-Pierson with the ball. With it is Bree Jensen. Across the top, they'll rotate it over to Hirschman. Looks at the 3, dribbles in, now tries to pass it away. Stolen away. 2-on-1 the other way. All the way in and blocked from behind by Bree Jensen as she blocks McKenna Mickles. So good defense to get back.
Great job stopping that fast break there by Marquette Catholic.
Brady Harvey back across the top to Goodwin. And then a foul called underneath. For the fouler, they call 3 seconds.
I think they called him on 3 seconds.
3 seconds underneath. So the first time we've had that call today. So Bellevue Marquette will inbound it with some pressure by Kingsley-Pierson. Into the middle, then over. And back outside. Into Schrader, runner, and gets it. The right-handed runner. She's 6 points to start the game and gives them the lead here. Up 2 now, 37-35. So they had a run to start the first quarter, getting a run here to start the second half.
And that's exactly what they needed, coming down 4 to start this second half.
Tapped away, Annika Frank tapped that away. Now she has a ball, pull-up jumper in the lane, gets it blocked again by Bree Jensen. Well, she's a blocking machine in that lane, isn't she?
She is incredibly good, and she's good at not fouling, staying straight up there down low.
Madison Goodwin over to Harvey. Harvey will pull up for 3. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound, turn around, put back up. Off the glass, doesn't go. Put back up and good again by Madison Goodwin.
And great job getting on the offensive glass there by Kingsley-Pierson.
So Madison Goodwin gets her first 2 points. And it's 37-37. Tied up again. Bellevue Marquette working it into the lane. Now lobbed underneath, and she's able to save it there. Tiona Richmond on the baseline. Now just put it up and shoot it. The miss by McKenna Mickles. And here comes Kingsley-Pierson back the other way. We're tied 37 all here, third quarter. Oh, nice dribbling there, crossover. Kicks it outside. Now up top to Goodwin. Into the post to Hirschman, back out to Goodwin for 3. Good!
Big shot there by Goodwin, as you mentioned. What a big shot.
3 by Goodwin. Makes it a 40-37 ball game, and then the pass down low is too high for Schrader. And a turnover to Bellevue Marquette. And you keep talking about it, those turnovers, but that's going to hurt you, especially in a tight ball game here.
That's exactly right. You cannot have any wasted possessions.
Here comes Kingsley-Pierson now, leading by 3 off that 3, and stolen by Schrader. She brings it down, a little high dribble, keeps it up, and that is fouled there by Jade Bardo.
And once again, another great job leading with the body, following with the ball, drawing the contact, going to the line for 2 is Schrader, and she's been incredibly impressive tonight. 24 points, and we're not even halfway through the third quarter.
And there she gets another one. And free throws brought to you by Iowa Pork, from focusing on food safety to promoting animal health care, protecting Iowa's natural resources, enhancing the quality of life in their communities. Iowa pork farmers are doing it right at iowapork.org. Down the other way, shot up no good. And the rebound putback is up and good. Hirschman.
Great job there by getting the offensive rebound and putting it back up for 2.
42-39, 3-point lead. Up Bellevue Marquette, misses it, rebound pulled down. Bree Jensen, fans thought there was a little too much contact in there. And now a timeout called, and I think the coach might think that too, as Kingsley-Pierson calls a timeout. We'll take a full timeout. We'll take this break and be back with more right after this.
Ask anyone you know. They will tell you. The best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
I'm an environmentalist working hard to protect Iowa's natural resources.
I'm an employer committed to providing a safe workplace for Iowans.
I'm a farmer consistently producing quality products for consumers worldwide.
I'm an animal welfare advocate, protecting and promoting animal well-being in everything I do.
We're Iowa hog farmers.
And we care.
And we care.
We're in the third quarter of the Class 1A quarterfinal. Marquette Catholic and Kingsley-Pierson. Marquette has outscored Kingsley-Pierson 8-7 here in the third quarter. And it's a 42-39 lead for Kingsley-Pierson there with the ball. Hirschman with it up high. Goes to the right side to Bardo. Now back across the top over to Bardo. As we're seeing man-to-man defense by Marquette. Almost knocked it away. Schrader against, oh man, Hirschman hits the three over Schrader. What a shot there. Widens the lead, back the other way.
And after that big bucket, poor transition defense there by Kingsley-Pierson just left the lane wide open.
And Tiana Richmond hits the bucket and cuts the lead down to 4. Up top with it, Madison Goodwin tries to go inside, it's stolen away. They had the run out there for Schrader, but then almost threw it away. Mickles runs in, leaves the runner short. Rebound put back up is no good. Pulled down out of there by Bree Jensen, but retained by Bellevue Marquette. Schrader with it up high. Over to Mickles. Three is off, no good. Rebound comes off to Bree Jensen for Kingsley-Pierson, and she'll bring it up the floor. Coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for Kingsley-Pierson and the ball. Bardo takes it, now got back inside, give and go, and Goodman couldn't cash in on that. Madison Goodman, the sophomore. Schrader brings it up. Annika Frank over to Richmond. She drives in against Hirschman. Nice little crossover step, but couldn't get the bucket to go. And it's going to go out of bounds to Kingsley-Pierson.
And you mentioned it just a couple times. The refs are really allowing some contact here this morning.
Yeah, they're letting it, and if you're straight up, they're letting you play. You know, as long as you keep that defensive position straight up, well, they are letting it play here. And you know, that's part of the game, getting used to it, and both teams seem to have adjusted pretty well. Only 2 fouls called here in the second half. Hirschman with it, kicks it outside to Bardo for 3. No good. Rebound comes out long to Schrader. She goes up the floor, but Bardo sneaks across, keeps it in play. There's a scramble for it, a tie-up right in front of us here. It'll be a jump ball. So, man, credit Mickles for diving in there. And now the officials are talking about it, if White called the timeout or not. Game brought to you today by Catch Des Moines. Hey, basketball fans, save money on Greater Des Moines. The Catch Des Moines Fun Pass features deals and discounts at places like Fong's Pizza, Science Center of Iowa, and MB2 Raceway. So they're going to give it to Bellevue Marquette, but Kingsley-Pierson steals it, and almost a high dribble there as we go back the other way. And taken away by Bellevue Marquette. Down low, up on the drive is good. Annika Frank hits it for Bellevue Marquette. And it's a 2-point ball game all of a sudden here. And taken away by Bellevue Marquette. A chance here with under a minute to play. Some good defense, Andrew, by Bellevue Marquette.
All these steals and all these blocks have really kept them in this game.
And there they drive to the basket, gets the rebound, put back up, and a foul. I tell you what, they aren't scared of Hirschman. They're driving it in there. The chance to get it. Bree Jensen, her third team foul.
And
Frank at the free throw line. Good.
And on the last play down there, they blocked Hirschman. Hirschman has the size on just about everybody on the court as she gets checked out here. And you're right, they're not scared of her, and that's the way you need to do it.
Free throws brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. For over 100 years, expertise and experience have made Lincoln Savings Bank the bank of choice for thousands of Iowans. Join with Lincoln Savings Bank for a lifelong financial partner. She makes the second free throw. And we got a 1-point ball game here. Kingsley-Pierson with the ball, 30 seconds to play, third quarter. Look in, throw it up to Bardo. Bardo lobs it down low, up, and a foul as Bailey took it up and gets fouled. Nichols' second personal. Just the first team foul here on Bellevue Marquette, which is surprising since they had to come back. And here's the free throw. Rattles in and good for Bailey.
And really a big key to this game for Marquette Catholic was to avoid foul trouble, being that Kingsley-Pierson is exceptionally good from the charity stripe.
Free throw brought to you by Fairway. Always shop Fairway's full-service meat counter for the best USDA choice beef, or go to fairway.com. Second free throw. Good. Kingsley-Pierson extends the lead to 3 here. 19 seconds to play. Bellevue Marquette lobs it across. Now down the lane, up and blocked. And taken underneath by Bree Jensen. Off the block by Allison Bailey. 6 seconds. 5. They try to throw it down baseline. It's going to go out of bounds and back to Bellevue Marquette with 3.1 to play.
And yet another turnover. See if they can somehow get something out of this and tie the game.
Pass it in. Up the floor. They're not going to get a shot off. So we'll go to the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead for Kingsley-Pierson, 47-44. Back with the final period and see who moves on right after this.
Integrity, hard work, discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com. Honesty, integrity, hard work.
We'll go to the fourth quarter here. It's a 3-point ball game in the Class 1A quarterfinal with Kingsley-Pierson leading Marquette Catholic, and a little bit of a run by Marquette Catholic there, Andrew, in the third quarter.
And you talked about it, and you've mentioned it a few times. It's really been about the runs in this game, and they came out to a big lead, did Marquette Catholic, at the start of the first half and the second half. Kingsley-Pierson able to keep it tight. This will be a fun one to watch down the stretch.
So hang on, who knows what will happen here through the last 8 minutes. Kingsley-Pierson will start with the ball and the lead here in the fourth quarter. Over to Bree Jensen. Lobs it across the back. Cut is up and good by Allison Bailey, and they ran that play to perfection.
What a beautiful pass there by Bree Jensen to feed Bailey down low.
49-44. Schrader down the lane, can't quite get it to go, gets her own rebound, blocked away by Hirschman. And here comes Kingsley-Pierson. Big defensive play by Hirschman. She has the ball now up high. Throws it over to Goodwin. To Bree Jensen. She'll settle it down and get it to Hirschman again. Schrader on her. 2 great players there going one-on-one. Back up top to Harvey. Into Hirschman, back to Harvey for 3. Out, no good. Harvey goes, fights for the rebound, rolls over, but it's taken by Bellevue Marquette. Quickly up to Schrader. Good. How did she get that ball away? That was a beautiful pass ahead.
Great job threading the needle there, and great job finishing that fast break there.
And Schrader now has 28 points for Bellevue Marquette, and there's a foul up front as they scramble for the ball.
And both teams here really going all out, diving on the floor. giving up their body for the betterment of the team. You love to see that. Just a grit and grind game.
Yeah, just going at it. There, and that foul was just a second against Bellevue Marquette. Kingsley-Pierson with the ball. And a three-point lead. Here's a three, bounces and goes. The three is good. Goodwin gets the good bounce. And it's a 52-46 lead. On the drive, they kick it out, now over to the left side. Bellevue Marquette gets it to Schrader. She goes the lane, pull-up jumper. Good by Schrader. She's got 30 points. Well, when you need the bucket, go to your go-to, huh?
That's exactly right.
Down the lane is Brady Harvey. And we'll draw the foul.
And you mentioned it. It's so fun to watch these two incredible players, Schrader and Hirschman, go back and forth. Just incredible players, 4th and 6th and 1A in points per game.
Harvey hits the free throw. Brady Harvey has 3 points now. Makes it 53-48 and gets the second one, 54-48. So 6-point lead here for Kingsley-Pierson. Into Schrader. And it bounced off. I thought it hit Hirschman, but the official said no, it came off of Schrader. There, bounced off her foot, I guess, and so a turnover to Kingsley-Pierson.
And the Kingsley-Pierson crowd loves that call.
We're not quite to the point yet, but you're starting to get toward 5 minutes, and all those turnovers start to mount if you're the team that's trailing. Bree Jensen looking. They try that back cut again, but the defender was there, and now it goes out of bounds. They ran Allison Bailey around that time, but the defender stayed with her on the backside, and they weren't over to lob it over.
And great job there recognizing that play.
Annika Frank with it. Out on the wing to Richmond. Around the horn they go, inside to Schrader. Turn around, inside, and gets fouled. It'll be a 2-shot foul. Let's see. That'll go against Hirschman. Her third. 4th team foul here. Schrader to the line for 2. Hits the first one. Free throws brought to you by Mid-American Energy. For Mid-American Energy, putting in the power in your hands means helping keep families safe. To learn more, visit midamericanenergy.org or .com. Misses a second free throw. 54-49, 5-point lead. Kingsley-Pierson with the ball. Brady Harvey gets it up top. 3 is off, no good. And Madison Goodwin got knocked down. The fans wanted to call, but I didn't see anything really there. As Minkles has it on the right wing. Looks for Schrader cutting down. Pull up, and she gets fouled. So Schrader, they're getting it into her. And if that's Hirschman, let's see. Nope. Okay, it was Goodwin. I was going to say, that would have been the 4th on Hirschman.
And that would be big if that was 4 on her. Might have to take her out here with just under 5 minutes left.
Schrader bounces that one in for point number 31. Kingsley-Pierson will take a full timeout. That'll be a minute timeout. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for most Iowa HealthLink members. If you signed up in April last year, you can change plans or keep things the way they are. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I'll probably check out all the plans again. I'm thinking about switching. I just want to make some healthy changes this year. Who do you have?
I'm staying with Amerigroup. I get all the regular benefits plus lots of extras. Rewards for getting checkups and free Weight Watchers.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm going with Amerigroup too.
Choose Amerigroup. Call 1-800-338-8366 today.
Hey, it's annual enrollment for...
And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history.
Back here for another free throw for Schrader. Dar Danielson with Andrew Bartow. And Schrader leaves out a little short. Rebound comes off to Allison Bailey.
So it stays a 4-point lead for Kingsley-Pierson, and it's been a back-and-forth one, Andrew.
That's exactly right. It was a 3-point lead there by Marquette Catholic. It was the second quarter that really changed the game. Kingsley-Pierson edged the second quarter out by 7 points.
And right now it's a 7-6 quarter here with Kingsley-Pierson just ahead by 1, and that makes the lead 4. So 4:35 to play, ball knocked out of bounds, and Kingsley-Pierson will get it under their own bucket. Looking for Hirschman, cutting down the lane, not there. They lob it out deep to Bree Jensen. Now they tried to go down to Allison Bailey. Jensen drives, off no good, a rebound, pulled down by Richmond. Here comes Bellevue Marquette, trying to cut that lead down here. Get it to Schrader. She's been the hot hand, and she just drives it right on through. Looked like everything just parted, Andrew, right in there.
That's exactly right. With that size and that speed, if you're able to thread that needle on the defense, great job getting to the basket for 2 there.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, a 2-point ball game. Here's a long shot. Make a 3 in! The bank is open for Bree Jensen as she banks it in from the right side.
And even Bree Jensen was surprised that one went in.
She was, wasn't she? She got a smile like, what the heck? Schrader, lob inside. Knocked away, stolen away by Brady Harvey. Here comes Kingsley-Pierson on the break. They don't have numbers, so they'll pull up. Now into Hirschman. Hirschman backs in, kicks it outside. Jensen, 3 misses that time. No bank there. And quickly up ahead to Annika Frank. She crossover, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bree Jensen. 5-point lead for Kingsley-Pierson. Out to Hirschman. On the right side. Thing for Bellevue Marquette, they only have 3 team fouls as they get into Hirschman. Fadeaway jumper, no good. So if they do have to foul, they have a few to give here to get back into this as it tightens down.
That's right. That means you need to be a little bit more aggressive on defense.
Oh, there's a lob. Goes too deep for Schrader, and another one of those turnovers that we talked about here. And Mickle comes in for Marquette Catholic, and Bardo for, let's see, Jade Bardo in for Kingsley-Pierson.
You see Addison Hirschman on the triple-double watch, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 21 points tonight.
Wow. Lob in to Hirschman, up no good. And a foul called going back the other way. That's number 4 on Addison Hirschman. That could be big with 2:34 to play here. Kingsley-Pierson wants to take a timeout to discuss that. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this. Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, Class 1A quarterfinal. Kingsley-Pierson leading Bellevue Marquette 57-52. Bellevue Marquette will have the ball. And coming up against pressure, and the pressure forces the turnover against Bellevue Marquette.
And what a costly turnover it was. That's really been the name of the game thus far for Marquette, and that was a very, very costly turnover.
Kingsley-Pierson took the timeout and talked about what they wanted to do here. Now there's a lob underneath, and the foul called late. That's going to go against Schrader, I think. Yep. Her second, 4th team foul here on Bellevue Marquette. And Bellevue Marquette wants a timeout. So let's take another break. We'll do that. Come back with the final 2:23 after this.
Ask Ask anyone you know, they will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, 57-52. Kingsley-Pierson leading Bellevue Marquette. Andrew, what's the timeout? What's the coach talking about for Bellevue Marquette here?
Well, if I'm Coach Jim Kettman, I'm telling my team to take better care of the ball, take smarter passes, and to just give the ball to Marissa Schrader and spread the floor a little bit. Allow her to get to the bucket and do work down low like she does so well.
Allison Bailey at the free throw line. You see her there for Kingsley-Pierson. And misses that one. That's her first free throw miss of the day. She's been 4 for 4. Had 8 points. And she'll get another one here.
And first miss of the night for Kingsley-Pierson.
Oh, that's the first game miss. Wow. I didn't see that. Okay. So it's 58. 52, and stolen away by Brady Harvey. Harvey steals it away. And now, when do you start thinking about fouling here if you're Bellevue Marquette?
You mentioned it, they have a couple to give. I'd be very aggressive on the defensive end. Try to steal the ball, and if you get a foul, you have some to give.
Under 2 minutes to play. Kingsley-Pierson pulling it out a little bit. Now they send it over to to Brady Harvey. Bree Jensen's just going to wait out there, let the time run out, so they're going to have to start fouling here, and then they do, and then that's, you got to be careful there, Andrew. That was close to being an intentional one where you come in, and I think she kind of fell and she tried to keep her from falling, but you got to be careful about that.
And you see Annika Frank's face after that. She didn't mean to, but it doesn't really matter. That could have gone either way. Could have been very costly, but you mentioned they have a couple to give.
Yeah, if she's falling and you grab her, then the official might think, you're trying to a little more than what it was. So Kingsley-Pierson will inbound it here. And here we go. Almost, nice dribbling there by Brady Harvey. Throws it over. Quick look to Hirschman under the basket, and she gets fouled. And she puts her hand out and says, thank you, Allison Bailey. Allison Bailey saw the big girl in there and got it into her.
At the same time, I think they almost should have just held the ball as long as they could. It didn't look like Marquette Catholic wanted to foul, but never hurts to send Hirschman to the line.
She missed that one. She's got 21, hasn't scored here yet in the fourth quarter. Second one is good for Hirschman. 22 points, and it's a 59-52 lead. Here comes Bellevue Marquette, trailing here, 1:23 to play. Schrader drives, gets between the two defenders and hits it. 35 points for Schrader. The coach is saying get back and pressure them as they bring it across. And there's a foul out front by Annika Frank. Coach Kettman got up and said, no, we got to pressure. We can't afford to let them run that time off the clock.
And if you're Marquette Catholic, you just got to hope that they're going to miss a couple free throws. After starting the game 10 of 10 from from the charity stripe, they've missed 2 of 4 now, Kingsley-Pierson.
So timeout here by Marquette Catholic. They're going to talk it over. We'll take a quick break and come back with more after this.
Discipline.
Hi, I'm Greg Schottenkirk, and for over 50 years, our dealerships have been built on these principles.
I'm Doug DeArmond, managing partner. For the last 12 years, we've shown Waukee a new way of doing business.
And now we're going to show Ford buyers in Indianola the same way.
Introducing the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. Now 2 stores and 1 name to better serve you. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Well, the Bellevue Marquette fans, they're a little concerned at this point. Go ahead.
And with good reason. I think they've really turned over the ball too much tonight to stay in this game. Although Kingsley-Pierson has turned it over more often, they've shot the ball at such a such a high percentage that they've been able to stay in this game.
You see the Kingsley-Pierson fans, they were happy about what's happening here. 59-54 with 1:06 to play. It'll be Bree Jensen at the free throw line. She's 2 of 2 from the line today, has not shot free throws since the first quarter. And she'll toe the line here, looking to extend that lead. And hits it. So, and Jade Bardo comes back in and replaces Allison Bailey. Hirschman will step across the free throw line to the other side. And here comes Bree Jensen looking for point number 11. Misses that one. The rebound comes off to Annika Frank. Gets it to Schrader. Schrader dribbling up through the defense against Bardo. Drives in and draws the foul. Smart by Schrader. She felt the pressure there and just kept at it, taking it to the basket.
That's right. Just keep dribbling if you're Marissa Schrader. We mentioned it. They need to spread the floor and just give the ball to her. Get to the lane. She's done such a great job. 36 points tonight for Schrader. Looking to add 2 more here at the line.
And hits it.
Number 43, Allison Bailey, checks into the Kingsley-Pierson lineup.
And she'll get one more. 55 to 60. 56. So it's a 4-point game here. Under a minute to play. They bring it up and sticking a hand in there and trying to poke it away, but drawing the foul was Tiona Richmond.
And if you're Marquette Catholic, you're looking to get the 10-second call before they get past the half-court line. But they're only bringing 2 defenders to try to stop that. If you're going to do that, I think they need a full-court press.
So Allison Bailey to the free throw line. And rattles out. Put back up by Hirschman is blocked. And here comes Bellevue Marquette all the way coast to coast. Can't get it. Put back up, no good. Put back up again, and the foul. In there. Wow.
And you said earlier that for Kingsley-Pierson, they needed to hit the free throws down the stretch. After starting this game,
they hit that one. Yep.
Excuse me. Sorry. After starting this game, 10 of 10, they're 3 of 7 from the line since is Kingsley-Pierson.
And they've cut this down to 3, almost 2, and Hirschman gets a big rebound there. And there's pressure. Dribbling through it is Bree Jensen, and she draws the foul, but credit Bree Jensen, the junior there. She kept the ball in her hands and kept moving it forward and forced the foul.
That's right. Too often you see players just try to stand it out and wait for the foul or try to look for another teammate, just like Marissa Schrader on the other side of the ball. Great job by Jensen to run the floor.
Marquette wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. And just remind you again of some of our sponsors for today's ball game. Mid-American Energy, the Iowa Pork Producers, Fairway, Lincoln Savings Bank. They're all allowing us to bring you these games for free. All you got to do, Andrew, is dial it up. You can get the app on your phone and watch your team if you're not able to make it here. Best thing is to come here, but if you can't, Grandma and Grandpa, you're out of state, dial us up and you can watch the game for free, and that's kind of neat. We're happy to bring it to you. So strategy here for Bellevue Marquette.
I think if you're Bellevue Marquette, you need to keep putting Kingsley-Pierson at the line and not allow so many seconds to tick off the clock. They've really struggled the line of late as Kingsley-Pierson.
And Jensen hits it. And extends it to 4. Fans back here saying one more Bree. They want her to ice it away. It misses that one. Rebound comes off to Annika Frank. Schrader quickly. Oh, just missed the runner. Rebound putback is up and good by Richmond. And now 18 seconds. Jensen just drives through them. And again, Jensen just kind of waited, no pressure, and then waited till the pressure came.
And great job by Bree Jensen, the transfer this year to Kingsley-Pierson. Great job, great recognition. If they're not going to foul till she gets half court, allow 10 seconds to run off the clock.
Well, these are key free throws here. She's 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter. and hits that one.
And this is the same Bree Jensen that hit the 2 clutch free throws to get them to the state tournament.
So she'll get another one. And this is big because it makes it a 2-possession game. Hits it right through the bottom of the net. 14.9 seconds to go, 4-point game. Bellevue Marquette into Schrader. She dribbles down, lobs it underneath, and a foul called. Richmond went up and they called the foul late. We'll see who that went.
Fouls on Kingsley-Pierson, number 25,
Madison Goodwin, her second, 9th team foul here. And the free throw is good. Tiana Richmond hits the free throw.
Richmond, a 55% free throw shooter, needs this one in the worst way.
And they get it. Now they got a chance with the made free throw to pressure the inbound pass here, as it's a 2-point ball game. So those free throws are, especially when you're trailing, you want to get that so you can pressure the inbound.
Oh yeah, especially the second one. It's extremely important. And if I'm Coach Jim Kettman right now, I'm telling my players, do not wait to foul. So many precious seconds on the clock.
So 9.1 to go here. It'll be shooting 2 if you do foul them. But like you say, you go for the steal, and then if you have to foul them, you got to foul them right away. That gives you some time, because then if they miss one of the free throws on the other end, then you got one shot and you can tie it up and maybe send it to overtime if you're Bellevue Marquette.
And the only problem there is they've been relying on layups to get back into this game.
And so they're talking strategy there. They'll come out of the timeout and go in full court pressure here. As here we go. Kingsley-Pierson in the black will inbound it. They lead by 2. Bellevue Marquette, they roared out to 10-0 lead. Kingsley-Pierson fought back and has led most of the second half. They get it in quickly. 7 seconds, and then finally the foul there by Annika Frank. It's her 4th, and that's kind of academic at this point with 6.6 seconds to go. So Bree Jensen will shoot 2 here.
And see if Jensen can once again hit the clutch free throws.
Well, this is the big one here, because you got a 3-point lead. And this would make it a 2-possession game with 6.6 to play. Hits it. Bree Jensen makes it 65-61. Bellevue Marquette quickly up the floor. They wanted to travel there. They put it up, no good, and that'll be it. Kingsley-Pierson survives. 65-61 here over Bellevue Marquette. And they will advance to play against Springville on Thursday at 10 a.m. And we'll keep it here. We'll have presentation courtside to Bellevue Marquette, as they're going to wrap up a fine season at 21-4. And you don't like the way this one turned out, but you look at it, it was a real close ball game.
That's exactly right. And if I would have had to have guessed who would have won this game, I would have thought it would have been Kingsley-Pierson by a whole lot, just because of the statistics coming in.
Of 27 by finishing the game with an impressive 38 points.
So you're hearing that was a record 38 points for Marissa Schrader here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving plaques, every participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the Girls Athletic Union are Jean Berger and Karen Brown. Congratulations to head coach Jim Kettman and the Mohawks from Marquette Catholic on an outstanding basketball season. Hey, Kingsley-Pierson fans, your team advances to the Class 1A semifinal game, where they will face Springville on Thursday, March 2nd at 10 a.m.
There you have it, the awards presentation. Let's run down the stats. Let me turn down the PA. That would help so we don't hear that. But you see here for Marquette Catholic, we talked about it, a record for Marissa Schrader, 38 points, 13 for Tiona Richmond, 5 for Annika Frank, 3 for McKenna Mickles, 2 for Ashley Coos. For Kingsley-Pierson, 22 for Addison Hirschman, 18 for Bree Jensen, 9 for Allison Bailey, 8 for Madison Goodwin, 4 for Brady Harvey, 4 for Jade Bardo. So scoring spread out a little bit more there for Kingsley-Pierson as you see some of the replays here. But Andrew, you know, you credit them. They got down early, they came back, and then they made the free throws down the stretch to hold off Bellevue Marquette.
And especially did Bree Jensen, 8 of 10 from the free throw stripe. Great job out of her. But I think this game comes down to Addison Hirschman. She was able to distribute the ball so well. 7 assists from the 6'2" junior, I should say. 9 of 16 from the field, so she had the hot hand, but she decided to continue to distribute the ball, and she had 10 rebounds for the double-double.
So they will advance. Good news is you win. The bad news is you got to play a hot Springville team. Seeing that game, and how do you think these two teams will match up then?
I think they're both great scoring teams. It's tough to say after that Springville win because it was just such a blowout.
Yeah, they got ahead early, yeah. But you're right. They both score a lot, so that could be interesting, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And once again, I think it'll come down to Hirschman. And it's such a great thing to have a free throw shooter with ice in your veins like Bree Jensen. She keeps the ball in her hand, gets fouled. Great job out of her down the stretch from the charity stripe.
Well, coming up next at 1:30, we'll have the Turkey Valley Trojans and the Janesville Wildcats coming up here on CISN.TV. We'll take a break here between games, and we'll come back with our game at 1:30. Join us again for another 1A quarterfinal here on CISN.TV.
Spring has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
Ask anyone you know, they will tell you the best meat comes from Fairway. We take pride in our meat counter and choose nothing but the best choice beef for our customers. From ribeyes to ribs, chicken to brats, we have them all. From grilling season to crock-pot weather, we have you covered. Fairway, best at choice beef.
It's Truck Month at the all-new Schottenkirk Ford in Indianola. Get $12,000 off select new F-150s and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. $12,000 off select new F-150s. Or get 0% for 72 months. To bulk up fresh local trades, Schottenkirk Ford is in a position to give you more for your trade. The Schottenkirk Experience, now available in Indianola. The all-new Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Basketball tournament on Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game brought to you on CISN by Mid-American Energy, CenturyLink, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. That's all for now from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines.